Hello, this is Miracle Turner, and I'm just welcoming you back to another Walkthrough Wednesday, the weekly series on my channel. Actually, this one is going to be a follow-up to last time, because what happened last time is I tried to show off a Cobblestone generator on Bedrock, and it didn't work, but it turns out that just under our noses we did have a Cobblestone generator all along. So actually, I found this out from the Console Edition tutorial world, and there's a YouTuber called ForgeLogical who also created a pack on MCPDL that has all of the tutorial worlds from Console Edition on Bedrock, and that's really good. So I'll put a link to that in the description. And one other thing, I think it might exist in some others, but the TU5 tutorial world, now what I'm booting up now is just a fresh import of the TU5 tutorial world that you get from the download, so I haven't tampered with this world in any way. This is the TU5 tutorial world. And normally what you do is you'd punch some stuff, and then you'd learn about your inventory and everything. Oh dear, I'm actually in creative mode. Let me just change game mode. Alright. So normally you do all that stuff, but we're not interested in that for today, so we'll just... Oh, we do actually have a stack of steak in our inventory. Now, I did see something over there, which I'll just quickly take a look at. I honestly don't entirely remember, so it might be here or it might be over there, but we'll find out in a second. I just need to chop myself some wood so that I have something to build with. Alright, that'll do. So I'll craft that into 20 planks. By the way, I do have old textures on and music passed to the slowed down versions of the Minecraft OST that I got on Audacity. Okay, so I think that's it, because it looks like it's the device that I learned how to get infinite cobblestone from earlier, so if I just sprint there. Alright, so you can tell that, okay, well first things first, it has... Now this isn't actually part of what generates the cobblestone, but first of all I'm going to hit the switch there, which is going to get the clock cycle started, which is going to get this piston pushing that cobblestone. And I think that cobblestone just looks beautiful in its old textures. And that's all good. And that's going to push that over here, and then that's going to slowly create a bridge. Now obviously, the number of pistons you have to here, it does affect like the maximum ore store when you're not mining, but it doesn't affect how quickly it's generated, because what's going on here is that basically they have lava and water on the same level, but with a piston in between, so that means they can never turn themselves into the wrong thing, and the piston's always there, so that will always get in the right place. And then we have these two things being activated at different times from the repeater clock signal, so that... Oh dear, oh no, didn't set myself on fire. So that the top one pushes it down in case it generates too high, because it can generate... I don't think it can generate to the side, because otherwise this wouldn't be working, but I think that, yeah, it can generate on top like that, so the top piston just pushes it down and the front piston pushes it forward. In fact, I think it always generates on top, which is why they have to have that piston there. And then slowly but surely this is going to fill up, and that's pretty simple. So I think this does exist in other versions of the tutorial world too. Like, I think I'm just going to quickly head in another direction. Because I think that... Oh no, that was a different tutorial world. I think in a different version of the tutorial world what happened is there was like a church, and it would have that mechanism to take you to and from the church, but here that doesn't exist, but the contraption exists to show you, so I'm actually just going to step out of this world. And then I'm just going to hop into a blank creative super flat world to just kind of try building it for myself. And I'm going to say it now that actually, yes, I have tutorial. Yes, I have built it. No, it doesn't let me title little things, so we'll just do that. And then, yeah, we're just going to make it super flat because that's just easier to get things working, and then we're just going to create that. And yeah, I have done it before, so I should be able to pull this off, but I wouldn't use exactly the same redstone mechanism, but I used like the same way of like generating stuff, and I'm going to build it out of glass so that you can just see everything that's going on. so glass, and then I think here's the water, here's the lava, and I personally much prefer these old textures if I'm being honest. And then we also need a regular piston. Don't use sticky piston because you don't want it pulling the cobblestone back. We need a repeater, we need redstone, we need a redstone torch. I think that's it pretty much. Right, so I think the core of the contraption is that we have here, so that's where the water is, that's where it's gonna... Wait, hold on. Here's the water, and then it flows down, and then we don't want to flow everywhere because red water breaks redstone and it just slows you down and makes everything annoying, so we don't want that. So we can just plug that in, and then water will flow into there, and then the top piston's gonna be on top there, so we just need to build that out, put that out, smash these two, go under. Oh, it is quite hard to get under, but we can now place that piston, then just break this to let ourselves out. Oh no, that was actually one block too low, so I just need to quickly build more. Place the piston above me, and there we go. I'm also gonna just pick block this grass. I have pick block set it down on the D-pad, if you're wondering. Right, and then I'm just gonna fill in these two. And then you're going to have that push. So that goes there, and then we fill that in. And then there's where the lava flows onto, so we put the lava there, and then once again we block everything up because we don't want lava going everywhere. And there we go. Now obviously the reason why I'll actually just undo that one. Oh well, the reason why nothing's really happening right now is because I haven't got the clock set up, so if you're just I think what they had is that there, then we had a full one here. Well, yeah, it is kind of fortunate that it works here on Bedrock because that was originally designed for Xbox 360 mechanics, which I believe that redstone mechanics across the Legacy console editions are all the same actually, but at the very least Xbox 360 is what that clock was designed to work on. So it's kind of fortunate that it does also work here on Bedrock, because redstone mechanics can be weird, and Bedrock redstone is honestly very weird, but not too weird to allow the simple cobblestone making machine to carry over from Xbox 360 to Bedrock, and yes, that signal strength is enough. So we can just do that, and then we can see that it is working, although I'll probably get that done there, so that's not stone, and that's all wonderful. So I think that it can generate there, and then I'm not sure actually. Like when I was in the tutorial world just now, like what happened is it generates on top, and then top one will push it down. But here, like the top one isn't really doing work. But regardless, the contraption is working, so we can go ahead and place 5 blocks behind here, and then we can just put 5 in there, redstone all over there, and then we can just push this over here, and then we move that over here, and then we can test how far along it gets around here, so we can put a repeater here so that it... Alright, and then what should happen now is we are getting a fully functional cobblestone generator. And obviously this is a little bit slow, so what I can do is I can try to put this on the other side, so I don't want to like break anything without thinking about what's going to happen. So I'm just going to do that. Okay, so water's going to flow down those two, so I can do that. So this is where the water's... No, hold on, the water's going to flow down those two, so this is where the next piston is going to need to go, so I can get in there. Put a piston above me, and then... Oh yeah, that's too high actually. I put a piston above that, and then I can create these 3 blocks, and then I can put a piston there, so that's now matching up to what we had over there, so I can move this across, put that there, and put that there. Now we're just missing the lava from this part, so we strip it over there, and then that's where the lava's going to sit, and then we just make sure everything is appropriately walled off so that we don't have lava spilling everywhere. We're going to actually need these 3 and see if we did them correct. Oh, we also need to smash these 2. And then, oh dear, no thanks. Thankfully there wasn't any redstone there, so we're all safe. Okay, and now we have 2. And then what we can actually do is we can put 5 there, we can put pistons there, and then we just have a staircase to go over this cobblestone so that the redstone signals don't get interfered with by the cobblestone. And then we have it there. So we're just gonna... Actually, because these small slimes are annoying, I'm gonna set game rule do mob spawning false. And I'm gonna do time set day and game rule do daylight cycle false. Okay, so now we won't have mobs or daylight interfering us, so we can just do what we want. So I'm gonna turn on this, and then we have 2 pushes. And this one has filled up all the way, so because it's 5 of them, and they can push up to 12 blocks, that's 60, or maybe it's 65, I don't know if it's 12 or 13, because they can push 12. So that's 60 or 65 cobblestone blocks ready to be mined. And here's another one generating, and obviously the pushing animation is kind of a bit weird, but everything in Bedrock is a little bit weird, so what do you expect? And the next step is obviously going to be that I can also, well, I'm not going to do one on that side because then I have the redstone in the way, but I can actually probably make another one on that side. So here the 2 lava is going to flow, so here's going to be where the piston part is, so that goes over there, and then I just place a block here, and the piston goes there, and then that's the right alignment. And I put glass all over this so that the water and lava doesn't spill out, and that's gonna be where the water flows onto, so here's where the water is, and then we can just put glass all over to stop water flowing out, put the water on there, and try to use the glass blocks. Oh yeah, that's not what I meant to happen entirely. But oh, we haven't set up the redstone, so I'm just gonna quickly go and do that now. And that's actually getting a little bit weak, so I'm gonna just boost that, and then there's grass blocks over here, so I can also boost that and get that over here. And then actually this is gonna kind of like interfere with these 2 actually, but I don't think that should like use the ultimate efficiency of things. And I'm just gonna break. Oh dear. Yeah, break through. Oh dear. Doesn't particularly want to corroborate, does it? Oh, okay, that's better. So yeah, I think that's now trying to push into those 2 because it's thick enough, like it can't really do anything about that. So that's kind of unfortunate positioning, but I guess it does mean that Cobblestone gets put into the whole thing a bit faster, but maybe that's not the most efficient way to do this, but who knows. But in any case, I'm just gonna get myself a iron pickaxe, and we're gonna... I know I can use commands, but I feel it's more console to be doing this. So we are now in survival mode, and let's see how long it takes us to get 256 cobblestone, which is the maximum our pickaxe can mine before breaking. So actually, like, you can see that, like, when it pushes it, it might cause you to have to reset your animation, but by and large, this is actually working really well on that we have well over enough cobblestone that we can just mine to our heart's content, and it will generate a lot faster than we're able to mine it back. So I can just mine all these. Now, obviously, you do have to be careful not to break the redstone or the pistons, but, you know, just take a bit of care not to do that, and you should be all good. Mine all this. I'm actually just going to mute myself until it's done because there's nothing too much to comment on. Okay, so as you can see, that was efficiency. No, didn't have any efficiency, and I also didn't have haste, but that was an iron pickaxe doing some mining of stuff. It could be faster if you use a diamond or netherite, or if you have efficiency, or if you have a haste beacon. But even in its own right, that got us 4 stacks in not too long, and as you can see, the cobblestone was generating way faster than we were able to mine it, and even after I finished all that mining, you see it didn't take that long for it to get completely back. And yeah, almost all of that time I was mining cobblestone, so that's almost as fast as you can get. Maybe like with some optimization you make it possible such that you are mining cobblestone for pretty much every millisecond of the time that you're harvesting cobblestone, but that was close enough. And so yeah, that's probably like the quickest, well, that's probably the quickest you can get. That's probably the quickest you can get to having a, like, perfect cobblestone farm which isn't AFK. This is of course not an AFK farm, although actually I guess if I just go into creative mode and just give myself a netherite pickaxe, and then I'll go back into survival. I guess if I just hold my trigger down here, then I guess it could be kind of AFK, because I mean, the fact that I'm mining the dirt blocks wouldn't matter, so it's just that the block I'm looking at gets mined back, although maybe like if I did all one of these, because then it's being replenished by 2 generators. Yeah, maybe here. Yeah, I guess it could be kind of AFK, since the fact that I'm mining dirt doesn't matter, I can just sit here and hold it. Now obviously your pickaxe is going to break eventually, and I don't have any item collection system, so your inventory is also going to fill up eventually. But in terms, if you have like a netherite pickaxe which is going to last ages, then yeah, you can get like, I don't know, actually I believe it's maybe like 1,000 or 2,000 cobblestone just by sitting here. But either way, that's going to get you a lot of cobblestone. But even if you don't want to do anything like that, you can just go around mining cobblestone all you like. Or if you think mining's a better way to get cobblestone because it's faster, because stone is actually faster to break than cobblestone. If you think that's a faster way to get cobblestone and it gets you ores and so on, then I think that's fair enough. But people want cobblestone generators, and I'm present. And so this has been Miracle, and I'm giving you a quick tutorial, or rather, a not so quick tutorial on how to get an infinite cobblestone generator, and I'll see you all next time.